Are your hands nice and clean?
Now, there's more to fish and chips than just a chunk of cod, meaning there's plenty more products you might be able to save your pennies on. The boys are back together to look at the king of condiments.
We're both going to have a go at making ketchup, is that right? You've used tin tomatoes, I've got fresh tomatoes.
Do you need to buy pricey ingredients to make a decent ketchup?
So it'll be interesting to see if we can do anything that compares with the big brands.
Greg and Chris will be pitting their creations against the big boy brands in the second of our taste tests, using Hastings Amateur Rowing Club as guinea pigs. You lucky chaps.
Right, so what are you going to start? You're going to start with an onion. That's probably the best place to start, isn't it, I'd imagine?
You're always taking the cheapest and the easiest route out, and I'm always trying to get hold of the best ingredients I can.
I don't think that's fair. I'm not always looking for the cheapest. I'm always looking for the value for money. You know, can you eat the same for less? It's not always paying more definitely assures you the best quality. How are you getting on with your kilo of baby tomatoes?
Yeah, this is going to take forever.
So, come on, Greg, tell me, what is in your pot of tomato sauce?
Onions, sweated down, vegetable oil, ginger, then the fresh tomatoes on the top of that.
Yep.
Then a little bit of white wine vinegar, plenty of pepper, salt, and now I'm adding brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
And that, I am ready to go. I'm ready to strain this now.
Yeah?
So what's in your everyman, everyday, cheap as you like ketchup?
Well, I thought I'd go really avant-garde with it, really push the boat out and go wild. So it's predominantly tomatoes with some onion.
For any budding mathematicians out there, you'll not be surprised to know that Greg's ingredients cost more. A lot more.
Right, who's going to win?
I've got a funny feeling that people don't want you to be too clever with your tomato sauce, so I've got a sneaky suspicion I might win it.
You've got no chance at all.
I don't know if it's you or the sauce, but there's some aromas coming up which are somewhat slightly unfamiliar to me.
That's soap.
Touché, well done. I don't know what Greg's playing at. He's got ginger in there, he's got white wine vinegar, he's got all sorts of different bits and pieces, cloves. Basically, he's just clearing out cupboards and chucking everything in.
I may have gone a little bit over the top with the cost, but those people of Hastings with a discerning palate will be able to tell the difference. I hope. There you go.
There we go. Voila. Done. Let's get down to Hastings and have a look and see what the public think.
They don't look that dissimilar, do they?
Let's find out, shall we?
Time for Hastings rowers to put down their oars and pick up a chip to dip in a range of sauces. There are over 20 brands of ketchup available in supermarkets already, including Cognac from Lidl's, the cheapest on test today at just 12 pence per 100 grams. Waitrose Essential, 21 pence. Daddy's costing 27 pence. Market leader Heinz, 38 pence. Chris's ketchup, which comes in more expensive at 56 pence. And finally Greg's, costing a huge 89 pence per 100 grams. Once again, it's a blind taste test. These fitness fanatics have no idea which sauce is which.
That's really tomatoey. Oh, no, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. That's really nice. I prefer that out of all of them, actually.
How you doing, guys? Hi. You've had plenty of chips?
We have.
And you are now, I suppose, ketchup connoisseurs?
We definitely are. Ketchup.
So, can you put us out our misery and let us know which was your favourite?
After much deliberation, the one that came out number one was... Ooh. This one.
You're kidding.
Who'd have thought it? Greg's homemade sauce takes the honours.
Here we go. How was that? How was that?
Why?
It was something different. It was something. It wasn't generic.
The texture is nice as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, really nice.
It just had a bit of spice to it. It was a little bit of a kick. It was a little bit different from the regular sort of ketchup you'd find in your chip shop.
OK, let's assume you don't have a second mortgage to spend on Greg's ketchup. How do the more reasonably priced options compare?
What was number two, then? What was the second?
Number two was this one.
Ooh. So that's very interesting. That's, in fact, the cheapest out of all of the sauces today.
Where's that one from?
That's Lidl.
Right,
That is interesting, yeah.
The sauce that came first was more expensive than the sauce that came second place, so I definitely would choose the second place sauce.
So I'm loath to ask, what came in at last place?
I think the one that came in last was...
Wow, OK.
What was it you didn't like about my mates here?
It was a bit bland.
It was a little bland.
Yeah.
It didn't have any sort of kick to it.
Was it too tomatoey for you? Was that the problem? It was
Tomatoey.
not tomatoey
It wasn't
enough.
tomatoey enough.
Well, obviously, the good burgers of Hastings have got excellent taste.
Fairly conclusive.
So, other than Greg's super sauce, cheaper wins out in this taste test. Lidl, the cheapest ketchup, was best of the rest. Daddy's came third. Britain's top-selling brand only managed fourth. Waitrose Essentials came fifth. And bottom of the pile was Chris's woeful attempt at ketchup. So the conclusion, homemade is best. Except when it's the worst.